video of the day. I am your host, Greg. Welcome. Now, what I want to talk about today is a little word called entitlement. And, I just love this thing. I got both hands free. I love this. People today that think they're entitled. I mentioned this in my videos before. I've been working since I was 11 years old. My dad lost his job. I took on a paper route to help out and ended up turning it into a career. And, it's a long story. But I have worked my whole life for everything that I have. And believe you me, it's not much. I don't have much. But I've worked for everything I do have. I think I was on government assistance once. We had food stamps for a while. I think when the kids were little, my kids were little, they had WIC, so we could get milk and things like that. But that's the only time. And I've always worked my butt off for everything that I've ever had in my life. But there are people today that seem to think they're entitled to a living. I saw one the other day on Facebook. This kid's on a boat, and I still don't know what these people were looking at, because when the camera looked into what these people were, there was nothing there. At least I didn't see anything. And he's complaining, I don't want to look at the fish, I want to catch them. And he was complaining because he wasn't fishing. He was complaining because they were on the boat. He was complaining about the music. He was complaining because the guy that he was insulting actually offered him a bottle of water. I don't want your water. I don't want water. Finally, the guy that was one of the guys that was in charge of the boat, because it was like a deal where you pay to go out on this boat, finally got so upset with him and so irritated with him, just grabbed him by the feet and threw him overboard. I don't know if it was his dad or his brother, but this guy gets up and goes, "What are you doing? He can't swim!" And he jumped in after him, And then at the very end of the video, the guy goes, "He threw me in!" And I'm thinking, you know what? I can't believe the guy waited as long as he did. I wouldn't have just grabbed your feet and threw you in. I'd have grabbed you right by the nape of the neck and the seat end of the pants, and I would have spun around and threw you, and you would have went out about 10 feet. Just the way he was behaving. And you see people like this all the time. I seen another video on Facebook. A girl got pulled over. Actually, she wasn't a girl. She was a woman. She got pulled over for a simple traffic stop. Now, I don't recall in the video if she was speeding, ran a stop sign, didn't come to a complete stop at a stop sign, had a taillight out. I don't know what it was. But it wasn't nothing, where she was being chased down because, she hit somebody and then drove away. Or she robbed someplace, okay? It was just a simple traffic stop. And she got all bent with the cop, to where the cop ended up putting handcuffs. Oh, she was screaming, "You can't do this to me, you can't do..." Because she's a spoiled, rotten brat. Because she thinks she's entitled. There are so many people out there that think they're entitled. Okay? All these people that were voting for Bernie Sanders in the election, because Bernie Sanders wanted to give everything away. Okay? He wanted to get everything for free. The rich people pay for it with their taxes. And then the poor people end up getting everything for free. And they think it equalizes things out, and it don't. Okay? Because we work our asses off. It's like, I've heard it compared to taking tests in school. Okay? When they grade on a curve, the kids that studied get a worse grade than if they hadn't studied. Okay, so if they got an A, okay, and these kids got a failing grade, then they have to bring it down to make it equal. Okay, so they got to bring it down to make it equal. That doesn't work, because then the kids that are getting A's are going to say, "Screw this! I ain't going to study. I ain't going to work so they can benefit." So they don't study. So eventually, instead of it being status quo, it actually drops lower because nobody's studying. So nobody's getting a high grade to bring these lower grades up. It doesn't work. And I probably didn't explain that, so people are probably reading and watching this going, huh? Folks, nobody is entitled to anything. If you want something, go out and work for it. Okay? Earn the money, and we're in a society of instant gratification. Okay? I like to call it the microwave society. You know, used to be, you know, if you wanted macaroni and cheese, it took 20 minutes, half hour to make, because you had to get the water boiling, then you had to boil the macaroni and wait for it to, you know, boil for a while, and then you had to drain it, and then you had to put the cheese in it. Now I'll show you. Hold on a minute. I got something for you. Nowadays, you have these. Okay? You pull this top off, there's a package of cheese in there, and the macaroni, and there's a little line on it, on the inside. It's right about there. I can feel the bump. Okay? It's right about there. And you put water in there. And you put it in the microwave for 3 minutes. You pull it out, pour the cheese in, mix it up. In 3.5 minutes, you got macaroni and cheese. Instead of 20 minutes, half hour. A lot faster. Instantaneous. We can get our meals faster. So we get to the point where we want everything now. We don't want to wait 2 or 3 months to get what we want. We want it now. And if we can't have it now, we're going to get mad. And we're going to scream and yell and kick our feet and cry like a little spoiled kid. I'll put that over there and I'll put it back when we're done. But people think they're entitled. Folks, as I said before, nobody is entitled to anything. Okay? If you want something, you go work for it. I want that new car. Then you better go and get you a job and work for it. Okay? You want the degree in school. If you want that degree, then you're going to have to work hard in school and study to get it. It should not just be handed to you. Okay? Whatever you want. If you want the job, then you better know what you got to do to get the job, and then do everything you can to get that job. You may get it, you may not. It just depends. But you go out and you can say, hey, I did my best. Okay? It's like the Lions saying they want a Super Bowl win. I mean, obviously, it's never going to happen. Okay? The Lions and Super Bowl, well, let's get into something else. They can go out and work all they want, and they're never going to get it. But if you want something, you go out and get it. You don't wait for somebody to hand it to you. You go get it. All right? Nobody's entitled. Okay? If you want something from me that'll help you get it, then you give me something in return. Okay? I've always said, people don't need to rob me. All you gotta do is come up and say, hey, you got $10? If I got $10, I'll give it to you. I don't care. Hey, you got $5? If I got $5, I'll give it to you. Okay? Guy comes up with a cigarette. Hey, you got a light? If I got a lighter on me, yeah. I got a light for you. Matter of fact, if I got a lighter on me, I'll probably give it to you because I don't need it. I got one lighter in here, and that's for melting the plastic connectors. When I put electrical connectors together, you melt them so they stay together. That's all I use it for. And I don't even know where that lighter's at. Look at I don't know if it's up here, if it's up here. It may be in my toolbox. I don't know. But anyway, I babbled on for 9.5 minutes now. I'm going to shut up and get this thing posted. Since I missed the 4th of July episode, I had so much going on with my truck. My truck's running right now. Not because it's hot out, but because I can't shut it off. Because if I shut it off, it may not start because the starter's bad. It went out on me the other day. I had to call road service. They brought somebody out. He said, your starter's bad. He tapped on the starter while I was trying to start it, and it fired up. And it's shut off, I think, 2 or 3 times since then. And luckily has restarted. But this has been it's been over a week. that I've noted the shop about it, and they still haven't got it fixed. Oh well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to get this put together, and I'm going to get it on for you so you can watch. And remember, comment, like, share, let everybody know that Greg the Crazy Trucker is doing the video of the day, and he's out there and he's creating havoc no matter where he goes. Okay? And for those of you who are wondering, gee, where's Greg doing the video from today? I'm doing it from my favorite place. And if you know what my favorite place is, where I do my videos from quite a bit, and I always mention it when I'm here, put it in the comments column. I want to see who knows what my favorite place is and where I am. Now, for my wife, you know where I am because I told you where I was. That don't count. So don't go answering and giving it away, because everybody goes, oh, that's his wife. She knows where he is. That must be where he is. So until next time, this is Greg Eddie, your host of the video of the day, saying, see ya!